Hello, it's Eric.
And Adam.
And welcome to today's video. Before we get started today, we wanted to bring light to yesterday in which we were featured on Queer Family Podcast, the Queer Family Podcast. It is such a great podcast. Jamie, the host of the podcast, is incredible. She's so sweet. She's done a couple of interviews, a lot of interviews with other families, and she's really proactive of making sure that we're heard and seen. We talk about our journey through fatherhood, how it came to be, and through our surrogacy process,
everything,
all
really.
that. So
yeah, and Jamie's awesome, an inspiration, and we were part of the Pride Extravaganza, so she had interviewed quite a lot of families for June in particular, but our episode went up live yesterday, so check that out, and we'll have the link to it in the description for this video. So
yay!
And now on to today's video. So we need to chat. If y'all are following us over on our Instagram, we've been posting lots of pictures there lately, and a few have garnered quite a lot of feedback, we should say, from various individuals. And I think it's time that we chat about something and educate some people.
Because that's why we do what we do. I mean, we're here for visibility and to make sure that people understand that what's happening in the world is still happening, and it's not like we're getting better, because
we're not.
And we're not.
Absolutely not.
In fact, it feels like we're taking steps back.
100%.
But, so this is just not to like ask for, I don't know, sympathy or pity from anybody, but this is just to let you guys know like what we go through.
Also
and
to like
what the questions and things that we get.
What we're about to talk about, it in no way made us feel bad, ruined our day, anything of the sort. We found it to be laughable that these thoughts and opinions even exist. So
I just don't understand people. I really don't.
I don't either.
I will never understand their mindset. I just don't get it.
So we posted a few pictures of us as a family recently, and we had gone to an event recently where there was a special movie screening for Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken, which comes out I think the 30th of June. It's amazing. Go see it. But that's not the point of today's video. At that same event, there was a underwater prom, and so us and the girls were just like living our best life. There was
so
a live
fun.
band, there was face painting, sand art, there was food and cotton candy and ice cream bar and just a bunch of stuff. It was great. And there was like balloons everywhere.
And it gave us a chance to dress up.
Yeah.
And just have fun. And the girls loved it, especially like getting ready, because the time we took to getting ready, I mean, they both were really excited and wanted specific things done, like their hair done a specific way and all of that.
So prior to the event, we had kind of explained the whole event to them and then explained what a prom is and said like, oh, usually, you know, you dress fancy and you go and there's music and people dance and have fun. It's a great time. And then I showed both of the girls photos of kind of what people traditionally would wear at prom and asked them if they would rather wear a dress or a suit. And if they wanted to wear neither, that's totally fine. You can wear whatever you want. And so
it wasn't required to dress up. So
no.
If neither one of them wanted to dress up, we'd been like,
we were just
fine.
Really excited. So we were dressing fancy. And I think the girls were like, oh yeah, we want to dress fancy too. Because they were like, this is a like fun event. Let's go all out. So we posted some photos from that event, and then we had taken some like prom-esque photos at home after the event, which I will move a little. Yeah. I will put the pictures right here in between us so you can see the examples of the photos that we'll be talking about today. And there we go. Great. So we posted those on our Instagram, and to our surprise, there were quite a lot of people up in arms about Queenie wearing a suit. Heaven forbid a 5-year-old wants to wear a suit. And what an unbelievable concept that it is the 5-year-old's decision to wear a suit.
Like, 5-year-olds are incredibly smart. Incredibly smart. Like, they're at an age where they know what they like. They know what they don't like. They can voice both of those things.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So,
keep that in mind.
After we posted that stuff, we got quite a lot of feedback, and we're going to read some of the comments, and then discuss why this is just absolutely ridiculous. So get some popcorn and buckle up. One of the comments said, "Why forcing the other girl to be a boy? I don't understand. She doesn't look happy." The pictures that you saw were what they were commenting on, and Ever's expression is happy. So
yeah,
that point,
and we posted a lot more than just the pictures.
Yeah, we posted like
some videos where
too.
She's literally dancing in bubbles and smiling and laughing and doesn't seem to be unhappy. So
Yeah.
confused about that, of why she automatically made someone feel a certain way, even though she doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
She just is like putting, like, she doesn't look happy. I'm like, you're not her. You don't know.
So my response to that comment was, I grew up in a family that forced me to go to church until I was 18, which gave me a lot of trauma that I still hold with myself to this day, which is also another reason why I feel like my parents and I might not have as close of a relationship as we maybe could, because especially for an LGBTQ person, experiencing that and growing up in that environment and like being forced to go to church where you always feel unwanted and unwelcome does stuff to your psyche. Like, it's just, it is what it is. So I said, I'll never force my child to do something they don't want to, because I know firsthand how detrimental that is for the child. Also, the archaic idea that wearing a suit makes you a boy. Come on now. Like,
the thing is that if we put Everest in a dress, good luck. I don't even think we would get to the point of it actually putting on her. But she then would be completely unhappy, and it would be obvious.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're worried about her being unhappy, then maybe you should allow her to wear what she wants to. So that part is like very confusing to me.
And when I did ask the girls, like, oh, what do you want to wear? Do you want to wear a suit or a dress? Addison immediately said dress, and then Ever said, I want to wear a suit. I don't like dresses. I'm like, okay, awesome, perfect. So we'll pick out a suit. Good to go.
Yeah. Done.
So some other comments that we got were, I really hope your daughter chooses to dress the way she does, not being told to. Again, that kind of same thing that, like, a lot of people thought that we were deciding to put her in a suit.
Yeah.
Which
it goes towards that whole thing of gay people pushing
and grooming
children. And I'm like,
if anything, it's
why do you think that we would want what we've been through as a community, and the response and the feedback and everything that we get and the hate and the comments? Why would we push that on our child? It just doesn't make sense to me. And the whole idea of grooming kids to become something they're not, when in fact, if you force them to get in a dress, if you force them to go to a camp that makes you be straight, that's grooming your children too to be straight. So it's just interesting to me that all these people who are claiming that we're grooming are in fact the ones that are grooming everybody else to be straight. So I'm like, pot calling the kettle black. Like, I just don't understand it.
And as LGBTQ people, I think a lot of us don't feel wanted or acceptable the way we are. And so why in the world, as parents, would we in any way want our kids to feel unwanted and not accepted for who they are? We went through that and it sucked ass. So like, why would we put that on our kids? Like, come on, people. Some more fun comments. Oh, this is a fun one. So the other day, y'all were getting mad when people suggested you cut your daughter's hair like a boy's. which we weren't getting mad. We were just like, no, this is what she wanted, and we like
I don't
supported
understand
her
where that
decision.
came from.
I don't either. Very
I don't know what
left
she was watching, or if she was even watching.
And
us.
we're saying a short haircut doesn't make her a boy, which it doesn't. Anyone could have a short haircut.
Yeah.
But then you put her in a suit. You're right. A haircut nor a suit makes her a boy, but you guys sure seem to be trying hard to steer her that way. Again,
going along with the grooming thing. Like,
yeah, like it's not our decision. It's okay. So before we go any further, it is her body. Our kids' bodies are their bodies. It's their decision what they put on their bodies. We feel like that's the healthiest way to live life, and the healthiest way for them to go about life is their decisions are supported, warranted, everything. Like, it's their bodies. Why?
Yeah.
Like these people that make these comments, you guys, like, oy vey. And we'll reiterate that, like, we understand it's like probably the minority of people that.
Oh yeah, I mean, most of the time that we get these comments are from people who stumble upon our channel because it's like like suggested, and then we get some people who are actually following us.
Well,
see
what I just read was somebody that followed us, and then
that's what I don't get.
Replied back, and they were like, "I can't support you anymore. I'm unfollowing." Like, that's great. Okay, whatever.
Like, why are you following us from the beginning if you don't support us? Like,
yeah, and they have this idea in their heads about us as people and us as a family when it couldn't be further from the truth, because they can't wrap their heads around a 5-year-old kid making their own decisions, and those decisions being supported by the parents.
Yep.
Anyways, more comments, you guys. Oh, yes. Wow. Here's a perfect example. Wow, I loved you and your family until now. This makes me so sad. I've been watching since before your babies were born. The tears of joy they brought you, the love you experienced, Everest dressed as a boy kills me. All caps. Give her a chance to pass puberty. She was born a girl. I am so sad to see this. I can't watch anymore. I'm so sorry for the loss of a beautiful little girl.
So in her eyes, she's basically saying, I would wait until my child is like 10 to 12 to actually let them start thinking that they can wear suits or cutting their hair. I'm like, so before puberty, you would force your child to wear something they don't want to?
Right. That would be another, like, 7 years of them just being in torment, thinking they can't be themselves.
Forcing Everest to have long hair or forcing her to wear a dress.
No.
It would, as a parent, it would hurt me. It would, like...
It'd be like 7 years of torment being like, I can't be myself. I'm in this house stuck with people.
What we went through, and that's what we're trying we're trying to make a safe place for her to feel the way that she wants to feel. And she is a girl. So let her have short hair. She is a girl. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, we're not telling her she's a boy.
No.
She's telling us that she's a girl. She just doesn't like dresses.
Yeah. And so my response to this person was, thank you for the support. Blank, the name. I'm so glad that we are Queen E's parents and not you, because it seems you would force societal stereotypes onto your kids, which is completely detrimental to their growth and journey of self-love. Wearing suits doesn't make someone a boy. It's her style, and she chooses how to dress herself and has for years. I'm sad to see you are so judgmental and spend your time criticizing a 5-year-old's own clothing decisions, so I guess we can both walk away sad about something today.
I like that response, personally.
Me too.
Everest is an amazing child, and it kills me that people out there will diminish her light, like these people who left the comments. And we are trying to shield her from that. But we are not going to be able to protect her when she's at school or when she's, at gymnastics or something, like, or dance or whatever, of all these other kids giving her problems because of parents who have written these comments, believe this way, and are instilling these thoughts into their children, which then force them to be bullies against our child. It's just, it's sad, it's scary as a parent, and it's troubling, but we do what we can to make it safe for them. and putting it out there on our channel. Like, this is purposely what we do to be able to let everyone know that this is still an issue in our society and continues to be.
And if you think this way, open up your eyes and mind a little bit to let you know you're wrong. And like, my God.
Yeah.
It's so lame that like some of these people are so up in arms about a 5-year-old's clothing decisions. Like there's so much worse things, and there's nothing wrong with.
And to think that
the 5-year-old's clothing decisions,
forcing her.
Yeah, it's so.
That's the surprising part.
There's so many people.
Clearly, these people have not been watching our channel or watching our journey because we've done nothing. But give love to them. So it's maddening for us. Like, as far as like, what is real life? And it's just.
And then another comment, and this will be the last one. Okay, but did she choose to wear a suit herself to be different than her sister? If so, I get it. That's my question. No disrespect at all, but I hope that it was her choice. And my response to this was, I literally say, like, the line of events that happened prior to the event. We told both kids we were going to be attending a movie screening and a prom, explained what a prom is, and showed photos of some of the things people wear at prom. We asked each kid what they would like to wear, but said if they wanted to wear something other than a dress or a suit, that's fine. That's also fine too. Queen A wanted a dress and Queen E wanted a suit, though her decision to wear a suit was not to be different than her sister. Queen E wanted a suit because she likes them and feels comfortable in them and doesn't like dresses at all. She knew her dads she knew her dads were going to dress fancy and wanted to take part as well in her own way. It's her body, so it's her choice what she puts on it. Again, and that comment sounded pointed to me just because, like, the only reason why she would wear a dress is to be different than her sister. No. Like, not everything has to have this, like, oh, I have to be... No. Yeah. She just likes what she likes, and she doesn't... There's no, like, weird motive behind her decisions. She's just authentically herself. Likes what she likes. We support that. Is so stupid.
And she doesn't care what other people think. That's what,
which is very inspiring.
Is so inspiring.
That a 5-year-old knows who they are and knows what they like, and like,
I don't want her to lose that. That's the thing. Nor do I. I'm like, that's the shine that I don't want people to diminish. I'm like, yes, continue to do that. You're awesome. Yeah. Wear 2 different shoes. Wear 2 different socks.
God. Yeah. Like, one of her new things is wearing 2 different shoes and 2 different socks. I'm like, this should be a fashion trend. This is amazing. Okay. But, like, it's just so stupid that people aren't up in arms about that. Of all things. In the whole world, that really...
There's so much more to worry about.
Stupid.
Put your energy somewhere else.
Go touch some grass.
And it may seem like we have a huge issue with this, which we do. But, like, it's not getting... to us and weighing us down.
Oh, no.
We're not, that's not the reason why we're doing this. Like,
oh, no. Yeah, no.
I can get very big with my emotions because I'm a theater guy and that's what I did. So often my actions tend to be bigger and louder than.
For me, it's just that I'm very passionate about defending my children against morons on the internet and social media. Point blank, period. I love my kids more than anything in the world. Other than Eric. And so, yeah, I'm gonna get all sassy little...
Yeah, because we're protecting them.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's just...
That's our job.
God, these people's, like, opinions and mind frames thinking that, like, oh, God, their parents have to be choosing and forcing their clothes on them. Like,
a ton of people out there who think the same but would never comment or say it. So this video is for them, just to put things in perspective, let you know where our heads are, where Everest's mind is, and just allowing her to be her. And that's it. Yeah. That's it. Like, just allow your kid, like, as long as they're safe, as long as they're being kind, like, what's it hurting?
Mm-hmm. And, like, if any of you parents are forcing your kids to do something, wear something, it is going to bite you in the booty later in life.
They may not say it.
And you might not have a relationship with your kid if you continue to do that. So, like, don't. As a parent.
Yeah. Speaking from
like,
people who grew up being told you have to act a certain way and you have to wear a certain thing, and having like clothes bought for you and being like, this is what you have to wear. Like, we started taking the girls out, like picking what they want, like when the pandemic was going down. So we, like around 3 or 4, we were like, what do you want? And like going through Amazon, pick out what you want.
Yep.
Like,
you know what's funny is in high school, this is a side story, but it applies, I guess. In high school, I had, so I was very inspired by Sporty Spice, and I always wore like the swishy kind of sweatpants type of thing. I loved that I could hear myself walking everywhere. Like, it was great. But there was a certain pair of pants that I have that were like huge legged and really long. And I just remember I always felt so cool and so confident in them, just because like I felt like my legs looked long, and I felt like I don't know, some supermodel every time I walked in these pants. They were so long that sometimes I would like slip on them or something, like my heel, but I didn't care. Like, and then they started shredding at the bottom.
Right.
And so out of the blue, one day I couldn't find these pants in my closet, and like they were my favorite pants. And I think like it might have been before I went to college or something. And I'd asked my mom what happened. Like, I couldn't find my pants. Like, have they been mixed in with my brother's, whatever? And she was like, oh no, I threw those away because they were like getting ripped and all that stuff. And like, I never talked about these pants afterwards to my mom, but like a part of me completely like diminished. One, because like,
absolutely,
no one even talked to me about like, oh, is it okay if we get rid of these pants because like they're a little ripped up or anything? And so like I was already not confident half the time, and that was like made me even less confident. Yep. Made me feel like, oh, my wants don't matter because like no one even asked me about. Like, so yeah. It's those types
not
of
just
things.
Clothes either. I mean, I had one where I would sing in the shower. I love singing in the shower, and it was like my freedom to like sing, and like I had no problem singing in front of people. And then it was in high school, 9th grade, and my brother was living with us at the time before he went, or he had just come back from college actually, and he yelled at me and banged on the door and told me, don't sing anymore in the shower. Nobody likes it. You're a horrible singer. And now, even to this day, singing in front of people still reminds me of that day and what he said. And it's weird how things stick with you throughout the years, but little things like that one instance can just like turn you off. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. And like with toys, you know, when I was, gosh, how old was I? Like 8 or something like that? 7? My mom decided to get rid of all of our Star Wars memorabilia, and they were like original, just to let you know. And she just gave it to Goodwill without asking me. And I was crushed that she gave away all of our Star Wars. But
and like to bounce off of what the stories we just said, like anytime we want to get rid of any of the girls' clothing, toys, or anything like that, we ask them first, because we know how crushed we were when we weren't asked about our things, and our parents just got rid of them because they thought that it needed to be gone.
And we were surprised at some of the things that they wanted to keep. And we were like, oh, you like it? This? We'll definitely keep it. So
and too, I feel like
just check in with
doing
them,
stuff
talk
like that gets you to know your kid better, instead of just assuming and making decisions for them. It's like, so it's not how to parent. Listen, just don't be stupid.
We will continue to put it out. We will continue to do our thing.
We're talking about
no one's going to diminish us. No one's going to scare us away by making a comment that you're going to unfollow us because of that. Like, we don't want you to follow us. If that's not your belief and you don't support what we do, you know, like, why? What's the point?
They don't support what we do. What? Be a decent parent?
Yeah. That's what I don't get. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, some of it all.
Anyway.
Wake up call. Anyways, it's getting very warm, so we're going to end this video. But We love you all.
We do.
Well, most of you.
But yeah, thank you for watching today's video. Give us a thumbs up if you agree with what we're saying. And I hope you do. We'll see you soon.
3.